You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Hi, we're Enterprise Splitting, the podcast where we explain Star Trek Enterprise to each other and to you. I'm Bill, and these are my co-hosts, Maria.
Yo!
And Jamie.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be talking about the Star Trek Enterprise episode, Exile. However, I am the only person who has actually watched it, so it's my job to explain to my co-hosts what happened on the episode. Quick reminder, we have merch. Go buy our t-shirts. You want them. You have to have them. All your friends are mocking you because you don't. Go to the ESO Network website. Click on their TeePublic store. You can find them there. You know you want the Porthos Appreciation shirt. Everybody's talking about it on the schoolyard.
Also, we put a link directly to the store in the show notes.
Computer, tell us about the episode we're going to be talking about this week.
Exile. Hoshi is contacted by Tarquin, an alien with telepathic powers who gives an interesting proposition. He will use his powers to obtain information about the Xindi and their weapon for the crew.
And now it's time for Two Truths and a Lie. You all know how this works. I'm going to tell you 3 statements. Here we go. Statement number 1. Malcolm traps Hoshi on a planet.
Oh, God.
I could see that.
Statement number 2. Trip causes a shuttle pod to fly away without him.
That sounds like a Trip thing to do.
Statement number 3. The whole thing with the anomalies gets interesting.
Huh.
See, I can believe that too, because I feel like because of the whole thing where they can't use Charlie MD, I feel like it's been leading to something.
I hope it's been leading to something.
This is really hard.
These are
I think
good,
number
Bill.
1 is false. The Malcolm like traps Hoshi on a planet. These are all such weird ones, though, that I
know, like whatever it is.
Up.
Good job on inventing the one that you invented, because they're all very good.
I really find the less time I spend thinking about these, the better they are.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Trip causes the shuttle pod to fly away without him.
All right, statements have been recorded. While you ponder what this week's lie may be, let's hear a little bit more about one of our fellow podcasts on the ESO Network.
Time travelers, Whovians, and fans of the TARDIS join the crew from Earth Station Who as they dive into all things Doctor Who.
We're talking doctors, companions, villains, and a whole lot of timey-wimey fun.
New episodes every month featuring reviews, interviews, convention panels, and your favorite fandom discussion.
Alonzi!
Geronimo!
Fantastic.
Subscribe now to Earth Station Who, where the past, present, and future of Doctor Who collide.
Cold open. Hoshi's getting ready for bed. Her outfit is a tank top and shorts with a headband. So,
like blue, the blue tank shirt.
Just our normal, the normal blue.
I'm not entirely sure they match. It doesn't look like a uniform. It just looks like. So, a lot of costume notes on this episode.
Cool.
As she is getting ready, she hears a whisper. Hoshi, do you understand me? I think you do. Can you see me? And then I started singing, Hoshi, can you help me not be frightened? She turns and sees a mysterious, shadowy figure in her darkened room.
Oh, God.
She immediately calls to security, but the shadow has vanished. And we have Faith, which means it's time for Jamie's Diane Warren update of the week.
I feel like this is going to be another Everybody Gaslights Hoshi episode somehow.
It's a good ghost.
To be fair, people have definitely gaslighted Archer before. Yeah. Remember with the slug?
Oh yeah.
So, although that's because he kept saying that he wasn't. People believed that he saw it, but he was like, "No, guys, like it was actually a human woman," and they're like, "Well, clearly that's not possible.
It's not a human woman."
All right, so. There's been a lot going on with her this week. She's got some new singles. She's got another song from that Dionne Warwick upcoming album, which she wrote all the songs on.
Oh, wow.
She has another new song from her on the upcoming Diane Warren reggae album, it's a song called Hey Haters. I think it's a new song, so I don't think it's a cover, but
Nice.
sung by someone called Pia Mia. But what I really wanted to talk about this week is a story that came out. So Matt Bomer was on a podcast where he revealed that back when he was doing Magic Mike XXL, he was getting kind of into singing and ended up like recording a whole bunch of tracks for like a potential EP inspired by Magic Mike. And
Okay.
he wrote a bunch of the songs himself, but he also sang some songs that Diane Warren penned for the project. He called her a total legend.
Awesome.
So
Correct.
there exists somewhere out there, just like
Matt Bomer singing
actually,
Diane
he actually
Warren
recorded
songs?
them. So there's like recordings of Matt Bomer singing songs by Diane Warren inspired by Magic Mike. Like this
That's
is something that exists out in the world somewhere.
It makes me happy that exists. It's
Yeah.
the weirdest freaking thing.
But he said that if he released them, like if he actually put these songs out, he's like, oh, then I'll have to like do shows and tour around the country and
Oh,
blah,
no.
blah, blah. And I love her music, but if I'm going to do this, it's got to come from me. And so basically that's why they never released any of it.
Okay, calm down, Matt
And I'm like,
Bomer.
yeah, I'm also like,
just calm down. Like, obviously,
Even if,
it's
like,
going to be a
some of these-
huge success, and I'm going to have to tour. Like, come on.
exactly. I'm
Poor
like,
me.
dude, I feel like most likely that is not what would have happened. Like, I don't think they would have been so big that you'd have to go on a whole
I wonder
tour around the country I'm like, okay, you could just release these songs. It's really not that big of a deal. But he also said it was too complicated trying to like figure things out with like the record company and all the lawyers and like the rights and percentages. And he was like, this isn't worth it. That is more believable to me.
Mm.
That it's just like, he said like the record companies wanted this huge percentage and there's blah, blah, blah. But anyways, the point is these songs were never released, but these recordings exist. They are out there somewhere of Matt Bomer singing Diane Warren songs.
Amazing.
Anyways, that's it for this week in Diane Warren news.
All
Thank
right.
you, Jamie. We are back in the command center. T'Pol enters to tell Archer she's put something together. She brings up a map of the anomalies they've encountered, along with the vector of the gravimetric waves coming off the Zindi sphere. Remember that? The thing that they encountered back with the Marauders? But there's no correlation between the two. But what if there was a second sphere? She adds another sphere, like at a 90-degree angle, which, if it was also emitting rays, would start to explain where all the anomalies are.
Okay, remember when we first did the episode with the space ball? I think both of you were like, both of you said, I think you immediately were like, I wonder if this has something to do with the anomalies.
causing the
like
anomalies,
it's
yeah.
either causing them or trying to prevent them or something.
Yeah, I remember because I was saying like if maybe it would because it was like decrepit and not working well, so maybe like the whole purpose was to deflect the anomalies, but as they were breaking down, that more and more anomalies were showing up.
But it also could be creating the
Right, it could be the opposite.
So,
exactly.
according to this map, if there was a second sphere, and if it was emitting the same amount of grammatic. That's why we can't talk. There's too many grammatic waves.
The grammatic anomalies are
Gravimetric waves. It would explain where the anomalies are, so that they could plot them out.
I don't understand how, like, I assume gravimetric waves are just like gravity, but I feel like this is so far that doesn't really make sense. But whatever, I guess technobabble.
Anyway, there's lines on a map. She explains that assuming there is a second sphere, it would be less than 4 light years away, and Archer tells her to lay in a course. Just to warn our listeners, I've already warned my co-hosts, I'm going to be reading a lot of dialogue. This is a dialogue-heavy episode, so buckle in, folks.
Woof.
We are on the bridge, where Hoshi has, of course, confided about her disturbing vision to Malcolm.
She just said it was like a vision, but she wasn't like there was a
She
person.
saw a shadowy male figure standing in her room.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it makes sense to me. Like, I can see Hoshi would just be like, okay, clearly, like, okay, wait. Either Hoshi believes there was actually a person, or she believes that she imagined it, or like had a delusion of some sort. In which case, like, if that's the case, she should be talking to Flux.
But she called security, which is why she had to tell Malcolm. Like, she presumably called security and was like, there's a fucking intruder on the ship.
Okay, sorry, I forgot that she called security.
Bear with me. Malcolm says he's reviewed every scan they have and he can't find any evidence of an intruder. And he tells her, you're a little on edge. It's not uncommon to see an enemy out of the corner of your eye. And Hoshi says, I thought that was called paranoia. And Malcolm says, the other night he saw a shadow and was convinced that it was a Zindi insectoid lurking in the shadows. To which Hoshi replies, this wasn't a shadow. And I'm like, it was completely a shadow. This was like, okay, granted, it was a guy standing in shadow, but you saw nothing other than a guy standing in shadow. I'm not saying she got confused about a shadow, but this was a shadowy figure.
I'd just like to say I'm happy that someone is freaked out about the insectoid Zindis, because come on, man, that's terrifying.
So she goes to sickbay, where Phlox is running scans on her. Phlox says there's some mild vasodilation in the prefrontal cortex.
Sure.
This would account for your headaches. Other than that, you're in perfect health. And Hoshi asks him to run some more tests, and he says, what do you expect me to find? And she says, I've had this strange feeling I'm being watched. I keep hearing whispering down corridors. Could I have been exposed to something that's making me hallucinate? And I'm like, oh, that time you hallucinated, you were turning into a ghost and had a whole dream episode.
But it's really smart. Instead of like, remember, like, again, Archer being like, no, I saw a human woman.
Definitely a lady.
It makes so much more sense to be like, clearly we're in Star Trek world where weird stuff happens, so I could have been exposed to something that's making me see and hear things. That makes sense.
Yeah, me
Hoshi
too.
says, it's not a good sign when you start seeing things that aren't there. And Phlox says, well, that's a matter of opinion. On Denobula, when a person under stress hallucinates, it's considered healthy, a harmless way for the subconscious to release nervous energy.
Oh my god.
I've always envied people who had that facility. I tend to keep things too much bottled up inside. Then unleash it in a torrent of bloodshed. Hear that part. Anyway.
Oh my god,
Hoshi...
this isn't everybody gonna gaslight Hoshi episode again.
I hate that. I hate this trope. I hate this trope. I hate the trope when something fucking weird is happening to someone and everybody around him is like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not like shit like this happens all the time on this fucking science fiction show that we are on.
And the fact that they're doing this to Hoshi, who is the character who's like had confidence problems and who feels like people don't really trust her. Like this is just
I hate it.
And like the character that it's true, like people don't trust her all the way back in the pilot when she's like, I'm hearing weird noises. And T'Pol is like, why don't you go lie down?
Hoshi and Porthos hearing noises, solving crime. Anyway, Hoshi has to leave. She told T'Pol that she was going to translate some of the Zindi database. We are in the command center, and Hoshi is doing some work when she hears the voice. Hoshi.
Is it just Hoshi in there?
Yes.
Oh my god, that
Still no
command
analysts.
center, it's so
Hashtag
weird.
still no analysts.
There is still no young, cute, nerdy analyst with big glasses and, a cute haircut. No. She hears the voice again. Hoshi. She looks around nervously, and suddenly all of the monitors in the command center switch to a picture of a Earth-like planet. It is not Earth. It is a blue orb. And we hear the voice, that's where I'm waiting for you. Hoshi immediately calls Malcolm on the comms.
Yes.
Hey.
But the shadowy figure is there. He says, don't be frightened. Just as all the monitors switch to camera coverage of Hoshi as if it's right in front of her.
Oh my god.
Which is not a great way to tell someone not to be frightened.
God.
Terrifying.
Hoshi says, "How did you get on board?" And the voice says, "I'm nowhere near your ship. You're searching for something. I can help." Hoshi tries to run, but is suddenly in a strange corridor. It looks nothing like the Enterprise. It looks like a castle.
Huh.
This shadowy alien
Like
figure is there.
stone and stuff?
Kind of more wood and more,
Okay.
not like medieval castle, more like wood and, more.
Iron and stuff, yeah.
She is in the strange corridor. The alien is in there. She runs to a giant double door and pushes it open. It's a windswept mountain castle.
Cool.
As Hoshi stares stunned, a hand reaches out to her, and she's back on the Enterprise with Malcolm.
All right, so
They're gonna be like, Malcolm, or they're gonna be like, Hoshi, why don't you go take a nap? Why don't you go lay down and rest a little bit?
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Back in sickbay, Phlox is doing another scan. Malcolm reports they haven't found any ships nearby. Hoshi tells Archer, "I'm not imagining this," and Archer's like, "You have to admit, it's a possibility." Hoshi stands her ground, and Archer tells Phlox to keep her under observation and for Malcolm to post guards outside sickbay, engineering, and the armory. He takes her concerns seriously.
Okay, that's good.
You could have made that one of the two truths and a lie, and we would have both been like, lie.
Yeah, like we know in Star Trek world that there are species that have like telepathic abilities and stuff. So it completely makes sense that like it could be real, or it could be again that she was like exposed to something that's causing it or something. Like,
yeah, no,
but,
it's nice that they're actually
instead of just being like, "Go take a nap, go take a nap, Hoshi."
Okay, that didn't actually happen. That was Hoshi's dream sequence.
Okay.
But I do like the fact
but
that
in
Archer...
the pilot it happened because I think that T'Pol told her to go take a nap.
I do like that Archer takes sensible precautions is still a valid two truths and a lie here.
Absolutely.
Archer and Malcolm leave sickbay. So she is apparently supposed to spend the evening in sickbay, but she's too wired up. Hoshi asks if it's time to feed Phlox's critters and offers to take care of that.
Aw.
Hoshi says, "It's strange. When the alien communicates with me, it's almost like he's in my head, looking at things through my eyes, experiencing what I'm experiencing, and talking to him is like talking to myself. Does this make any sense?" Now, I want to point out something. The cinematography of this episode is very good because they do a lot of close-ups and they do a lot of very paranoid camera work. So as she's saying this, the camera is sort of rotating around her, and when it stops, Phlox is suddenly on the opposite side of her that he was before, and he's standing looking at her, staring at her with his hands crossed. And Phlox says, "It makes perfect sense. Listening to your thoughts has been very pleasurable.
Ugh.
Oh, creepy.
I've been with you for several days, studying your mind, your memories, learning so many things about you."
I don't like that.
Says, "Why me? My telepathy only works in rare instances. It takes a unique mind to process it. Yours is the first I've found in many years." And suddenly Hoshi is back in the castle.
Wow.
This is cool. I'm sorry. I'm so jealous that you got a Hoshi episode.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't had a Hoshi episode since Vanishing Point.
Vanishing Point. Yeah.
Hoshi asks, "What do you want?" And suddenly we're in some sort of conservatory. And the shadowy presence says, "I'm only 3 light years away. My home is what you're seeing right now. All I want is to meet you." And Hoshi says, "I don't think that'll be possible." "I know you're on an urgent mission. That's what I want to talk to you about." He steps out of the shadows, and it is a mildly attractive-looking human white guy.
Humans.
Huh.
Right.
No bumps.
No bumps.
Smash cut to Archer's room. Hoshi tells Archer that the alien, whose name we will learn is Tarquin. Okay.
Another T name.
Yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
He says he will give them information on the Zindi if they come to his planet.
Tarquin? So it's got a T and an R?
Yeah.
I mean, Archer has jumped at thinner leads. So
the writers of the show, do they not realize that other letters exist?
I don't think so.
Somebody has a busy index finger on their left hand. Archer says, he could have given you something as a show of good faith. This could be an attempt by the Xindi to infiltrate Enterprise.
What?
So she's...
What?
He actually says this could be another attempt by the Xindi to infiltrate Enterprise. Remember
Because
Rajin?
of Rajin.
I guess it could, but we don't have, any evidence of it.
I love the fact that Archer is taking sensible precautions and something like, this doesn't make any sense. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it's just to jump to the Xindi must be involved is kind of a stretch. I mean, I guess it's they're only known enemies, but we don't even know if
Archer's always jumping to it's the Xindi.
I know.
Hoshi counters with
move these days.
I think he wants to help. He says he was horrified that 7 million of us were killed. He says he's willing to use his abilities to help us find the Xindi. I think that's reason enough to meet with him. They set course. We are on the planet, which is very dark and stormy and windswept, when we see the outside of it, which we do not see now. Archer, Hoshi, and Malcolm arrive at the castle. The doors, of course, open by themselves. Dun dun dun.
Oh my god, is this going to be Haunted Castle?
Werewolf.
In the inner chamber, we hear a voice. I asked Hoshi to come alone. And Archer says, the captain's always part of a first contact mission, Starfleet regulations. I hope that's not a problem.
Is that true?
I mean, that makes sense.
I guess,
Captain, for a first contact situation, sure.
That's why he's always going down, because basically everything they do is first contact. Yeah. He's always has to be there.
Yeah. So the alien steps out, and we see that in real life he looks not like a human, but he looks like a demon from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Awesome.
He has a huge bulbous skull with lots of crab-like antennas sticking out of it, and he wears a voluminous robe that covers him from neck to toe. He is, in a word, gross.
Do you think it's the same actor that did the human version of him?
Probably, almost certainly. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, she's like, damn it! They always lie on their Tinder profiles.
I almost made a joke about this. It's also one of those makeup jobs where you'll see when you see his outfit, which actually looks kind of cool. It's like this layered, sparkly robe and everything that's over. This guy cannot move his neck. He has to move his shoulders when he. Tarquin explains that he can help them, but he needs an artifact that the Xindi have created, because every artifact retains an imprint of the people who made it and who used it, and he has the ability to sense these imprints.
Okay. So they need something that the Xindi made so he can telepathically track it.
Yes.
Got it. Sure.
They can make this happen.
They have the Xindi body, right? So presumably there's clothes on it or weapons.
Do they have the whole ship? No, they just have the body.
No, they have a body, right? One of the Xindi, when the Xindi were boarding, one of them died, right? And they were
there was that.
Body.
That is not what they do.
Okay.
Oh.
Archer says we can make that happen, and Tarquin says that the process of analyzing it will take a few days. Malcolm says, we didn't pick up any other bias signs. I take it you live here alone. And Tarquin says, alone.
Maybe there's a reason for that, creeper.
Well, it's an awfully big planet for one person, and Tarquin says, I've lived here for a very long time, Mr. Reed. My only contact with the outside world has been through telepathy. Bring me the artifact. I'd like to get started. But, Captain, one small request. I'd like Hoshi to stay with me while I'm working. And Archer says, I'm afraid that's not appropriate.
Thank you, Archer.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
Archer.
you.
And Tarquin says, nonetheless, it's a condition of my helping you. Smash cut to...
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Hoshi. Don't do it, Hoshi.
Smash cut to the ready room, and Hoshi is arguing that she is comfortable with this plan.
No, Hoshi.
I don't get the sense that he would help me, and Archer says, my instincts tell me otherwise. He's hiding something.
Yeah,
Hoshi.
sorry, Archer's, I don't like Archer's instincts and gut whenever he goes, but in this case...
I mean, is there any reason that he can't send a security guy or two down with her, then that would be okay, I guess.
Yeah,
would mess up the
presumably
episode.
he was like only Hoshi or whatever.
Malcolm says, if he's insistent, we could put off looking for the sphere, stay in orbit. It will only take a few days. And Hoshi says, we don't have the luxury of dealing with one problem at a time anymore, sir. If he can tell us something about the Zindi weapon, it's worth the risk. I can take care of myself, Captain.
Okay. I still feel like you could have
We are
had one
back.
more person down there with you, but okay.
Archer, we are back on the planet, and Archer hands Tarquin the future part of the Zindi weapon we saw earlier, which apparently they have for some reason. Tarquin takes it, along with Hoshi's overnight bag. He's apparently the valet. And as he takes it, his claw-like hand lightly graces hers, and he leaves.
I don't like it. I don't like any of this.
You're not going to like any of this. Allow me to be clear. You're not going to like any of this.
Oh no. I don't understand, like, Hoshi is one of the best characters on this show, and yet when they have like when she gets her own storylines, they're so weird.
Yeah, they're always weird.
Like Vanishing Point was such a weird story, and then this one, ugh. I feel like Hoshi is getting the Deanna Troi treatment, where
Yeah.
like whenever they give her own episode, it's always there's some
fucked up shit.
weird
Yeah.
and uncomfortable about
She's
it.
being damseled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before they depart, Archer says, do I have to tell you to stay on your toes? And Hoshi says, I think that falls under the goes without saying category, sir.
Yeah, no shit.
And Archer says, did you bring a phase pistol? And Hoshi says, I'll keep it under my pillow.
Okay, good.
We are in the grand dining room of the castle, laid out with silver plates and whatnot. Suddenly, a candlestick starts singing, be our guest, be our guest.
There's gonna be such good food in this episode. I'm excited.
What actually happens is that Tarquin, who's sort of hovering over a seated Hoshi, says he thought she'd like something familiar and lifts up a silver tray cover to reveal pizza! A single slice of pizza.
A single slice.
Great.
That's
He also
concerning,
has-
actually. Like, how do you get, unless he has like
Replicator.
I will deal
yeah,
with
like
this.
a replicator.
Yeah.
So that must be, because otherwise, a single slice.
There is also a hamburger and something that maybe is fried cheese curds. I'm not sure. You two might have a better idea of what this is. He says that programming these dishes was a challenge. I had to recreate their tastes and textures from your memories. And
It's so
apparently-
creepy that he's like been rummaging around in her memories.
Creeping in her memories,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
And
That's fucked up.
She takes a bite of the pizza and she likes it, and he says it's some specific restaurant in San Francisco that she used to go to. And then he has one final dish to uncover, and it looks gross. It's like a green slime over pulled pork. He says, it's a delicacy from the Ericon system. I think you'll like it. And Toshi's like, my stomach is a little unsettled after taking one bite of pizza. It's Hoshi's workout method revised. My stomach is a little unsettled. You told your grandmother that every time she tried to serve you soba noodles. Now it's one of your favorite dishes.
Oh, I hate this.
Yeah, I would just it feels so violating.
It's such a violation. Oh, that's so gross.
Hoshi points out that he knows everything about her, but she knows nothing about him. And Tarquin tells her, my homeworld is 30 light years from here. A wonderful place to live, provided you're not born telepathic. The odds are 1 in 50 million. I was one of the unlucky few. We're considered a threat to the population, and there's only one solution for people like me, exile.
Sure.
So we're sent to live in places like this. And he raises a glass. To solitude. I think you're familiar with it.
Sorry, this guy was so annoying that they kicked him 30 light years away from their entire planet.
Yeah.
Go in the other direction, Hoshi.
Yeah.
He says
This is
that
a huge red flag. Huge red flag.
He continues that Hoshi must be familiar with this feeling because your parents learned that you were gifted, so you spent your childhood with private tutors, studying languages. You thought it was normal to go through your days alone. I'm sorry. I forget you're unaware of how much I know about you. And Hoshi says, "Are you reading my mind continuously?" And he says,
Sorry, the listeners can't see, but me and Maria are just like shaking our heads.
So
We're just like shaking heads, just shaking heads.
So gross and awful.
Tarquin says, "I haven't since you arrived. Now that you're with me, I would rather get to know you the way other humans do." And Hoshi says, "I'm pretty tired," and she retires for the evening, having taken one bite of pizza.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the right call,
taking
though.
the pizza with her.
I was just thinking that. Just take that pizza.
Can I get it to go
I
back?
gotta go. You don't want to see, yeah. I'm about to go to town on this pizza. You don't want to see it.
We are in Hoshi's room, and Tarquin tells you, "If you need anything else, let me know at supper tomorrow. I'll be working most of the day. Feel free to wander. There are lots of interesting things here, but I strongly suggest you stay inside. The winds can be treacherous."
Oh boy. Is her room like a big princessy 4-poster bed kind of a room?
Kinda, sorta. We don't get to see a lot of it. But he also gives her a book.
A book?
And he tells her it's written in a dead language over 1,000 years old. Everything about these people, their homeworld, their culture, has vanished into time. Tarquin says, "You don't have to feel alone." And Hoshi's like, "I won't. I'll be busy with this."
Yeah.
That does seem like Hoshi's shit.
Yeah. She'd be thrilled with that.
And he says, "That's not what I meant. You often feel isolated, even around other people. You don't have to." Wait, isn't this Malcolm's thing?
Yeah.
Isn't this guy supposed to have kidnapped Malcolm that he is isolated from everybody? Seriously,
Yeah, like Hoshi is very social.
Super social.
Yep.
Like opens up to people. Like Hoshi is not somebody who I feel like is like standoffish from other people or like has trouble connecting.
Not at all. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, she's literally a communicator. Like,
Right.
it's literally her job.
Back on the Enterprise, we're in Archer's room where he is frustrated, which means he's throwing his water polo ball against the wall. Marco!
Oh, he hasn't done that in a long time.
He hasn't.
Bounce, bounce, bounce. And suddenly the ball flattens and sticks to the wall.
Anomaly. No, the anomaly destroyed his water polo ball.
It
What is
doesn't.
he going to do now?
Well, no, it doesn't blow up. It just flattens and sticks to the wall.
Okay. He just has to.
Archer comes to the bridge. I assume we're getting close to the sphere. Archer walks to the bridge. We see that familiar ripple effect as it moves through the corridors. It moves,
I love it.
Bounces up. It really fucks up a ladder and then eventually causes a part of the hull to buckle and explode with lightning bolts shooting across the exposed section.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Wait, open to space?
Yep.
Shit.
Up on the bridge, there are panel explosions on the bridge. Everything's going crazy.
Yeah, I feel like here's what they should have done. They should have, because like they shouldn't be going, if they believe that the anomalies are coming from these spheres and that they get worse the closer you get, which it seems like is true. I recognize they can't put Trillium D all over the ship, but they could do it on a shuttle. What if they covered a shuttle in Trillium D and took a shuttle instead of the entire ship?
Great idea.
T'Pol announces that there are deck breaches on decks B, C, and E. Emergency bulkheads are in place, but 3 subsections have decompressed. Archer orders an all stop. The anomalies are stronger here. If they keep going, the ship could be torn apart.
Archer's being very reasonable this episode. It's
fucking
very
crazy,
strange.
right?
Weirdly logical.
What the anomaly?
Yeah, it's an anomaly.
They estimate that the sphere is about 70,000 kilometers away, but they can't move the Enterprise. So he calls down to Trip and asks how long would it take to insulate a shuttle pod with Trillium D.
Nice.
And Trip estimates that all told about a day and a half. Archer tells him to get started and tells T'Pol, you might want to steer clear of the launch bay for the next couple of days.
Yeah, we don't want you going
sorry, I
crazy.
forgot, like, at the end of the last episode, T'Pol wasn't cured yet, but I guess she's fine now.
Right. Also, they have all the...
She was mostly cured. She just was having nightmares and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, she was still in sickbay and having nightmares and like looking all freaked out and paranoid. So I just thought that this episode was going to open and it was like she wasn't going to be fully cured yet, but I guess she is.
We are back in the castle and Hoshi is wandering the hall wearing a dress. Now, I'm curious to see...
Can't wait.
What you guys think about this. My take on this is this dress is not great.
How is that possible? Because Linda Park looks amazing in everything.
She does. The dress is not great. It is a plain blue halter dress.
Halter dress, okay.
It's
that is very like early on.
Is it long or short?
It's short. It kind of looks like she's wearing a slip, but it is clearly a dress.
Okay.
With heels, and it sort of makes no impression.
With heels?
Yes.
Damn.
Is her hair down?
It is.
Oh, I love when she has her hair down.
It is very, but it is, the dress is very plain. So I obviously don't expect that they're going to go the full Beauty and the Beast, which is obviously what this show is, and like have her wearing a ball gown. This is a very plain dress. I'm curious to see what the two of you think of this.
It's so weird that she like brought heels with her to this castle.
I assume this is something that Tarquin has created for her.
Yeah, he replicated them, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh god, like the thing of like the like guy giving you clothes being like, here, I have these clothes for you.
It's the most fucked up trope. That's a whole nother.
Okay, I'm
fully
prepared for the two of you to drag me. Oh my god, this is amazing. Look, it is a very plain dress. Okay,
it's just weird that she's wearing heels. That just feels strange to me.
They're not like super high. They're
but they're dressed.
Pumps,
they're
maybe?
dressed.
Yeah.
They're not like boots.
They are. No,
yeah, that's so strange. Okay,
maybe they're pumps. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. Yeah. As she is wandering around, she looks through a sort of slatted window, and she sees Tarquin seated at his desk, and he is holding a crystal.
Oh, no.
It is sort of football-shaped and glowing blue.
It's not a rose.
It is not.
With the petals falling off of it, Jesus.
It is not. Tarquin sees her and invites her in. The crystal stops glowing. She reveals that she's halfway through the book. It's an interesting language. Reminds her of medieval Klingon. Tarquin remarks that he's impressed about how quickly she's been able to translate it. She asks if he's made any progress with the Xindi artifact. And he says he's gotten a few impressions. Do you know there are 5 Xindi species? And she says, that's what we've heard. And Tarquin says...
which he should already know because he's seen all her memories.
Great point. He's only perving on the, like, specific...
He's reading the highlights,
yeah. He's not watching her where she works. He's only perving on her personal life.
Tarquin says about the Xindi that there is a great deal of conflict among them. They don't trust one another. And Hoshi asks him about the crystal, and he says, it helps me extend the range of my telepathy. My family gave it to me when I was exiled. Without it, I never would have been able to find you. Would you like to try it? And
no. No, don't do it, Hoshi. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, Hoshi,
don't
run.
Do it,
Hoshi, run. Hoshi, take those pumps off and run.
He offers to guide her and basically tells her to let the impressions come to her.
Oh, this is very get a job, stay away from her. Like, this man, get away from her. This is our Hoshi.
You are Hoshi alone.
Hoshi uses the crystal, and there is a rapid-fire montage of things we barely understand. I assume these are from future episodes. Planets, ships, explosions, and finally, a reptile Xindi.
From future episodes, you think?
We don't, we see a lot of things. We're just seeing planets and ships, explosions, but like, it really happens super fast. Okay. Tarquin tells her that clarity will come with practice and asks her to try again while wrapping his hands over hers, and she says, maybe later, and leaves abruptly.
Jesus.
Tarquin then asks his talking clock, voiced by David Ogden Stiers, for advice. That doesn't happen. We see Hoshi wandering around a greenhouse. She looks outside a glass door. Of course, she has to rub away the mist from the window.
Yes, of course.
And she wanders outside, where she sees gravestones.
Oh, no.
Tarquin appears. I asked you to stay inside. Is
Well,
this what you didn't want me to see? Who are they?
No,
And
he
Tarquin
told
says,
her
He warned
it's
her
probably
that
best if you stay inside because it's like windy or something. Like it's got cold winds outside. He didn't say like whatever you do, not step outside.
Also, she's wearing a slip dress and sitting outside in the buffeting rain, so maybe not the best idea. But
Still.
to the point, Tarquin says, they're people I knew. The last one died over a century ago. We should go inside. How did they die? Well, they didn't listen to me when I said to stay inside. He doesn't say that.
Wait, does he
Tarquin-
actually say that, or was that a
No, he
joke?
does not.
Okay,
No,
just
no. This
checking.
is not Bluebeard. Tarquin says, very few lifespans are as long as mine. How old are you? I was born over 400 years ago.
Great, creepy old guy.
Tarquin explains that these are the companions he's found over the years who came to live with him, and he extends that offer to Hoshi.
Oh my
All I ask is that you consider the possibility, and Hoshi says, you know that Enterprise is on an important mission. I can't abandon my duties. And Tarquin says, it's possible that with my help, that mission will be over soon. And Hoshi says, the entirely cogent, do you really expect me to spend the rest of my life on a desolate world with someone I have known for less than 2 days?
God.
Also, you know what's weird is it doesn't feel like since she got there that he's been using his telepathy.
He literally said that he has not been doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said
because
that
I
he
was
wanted
going to
to
say,
get
because
her-
then
get
he
to
would
know her.
know how creeped out she is.
Yeah.
Use your telepathy a little bit to understand what I'm feeling right now.
Right. And Tarquin says, the others had similar doubts, but over time they came to appreciate what I had to offer them. No one will understand you the way I can. And then he shows her the poster board montage of photos he's made of her with glitter glue. Which does not happen.
God, the number of red flags
So
that
many
this
red flags,
man is
man.
putting off.
Hoshi says, I'm grateful for your help, and I'm happy to stay here while you work, but I have no intention of becoming your next companion. She runs inside, and Tarquin projects himself as a human again.
And Hoshi's like, well, actually,
Well,
kind of into
man,
this.
how big is your dick?
Whoa.
Hoshi wants to fuck. We have established this.
Fair enough. Tarquin tells her, you've let your fear of the unknown stand in your way far too many times. You almost left Enterprise early in its mission because you didn't think you could control your fears. But in spite of that, you stayed. It strengthened you. This situation is no different. And Hoshi says, you've obviously misinterpreted a few memories because this situation is very different.
This feels so manipulative. I hate this so
But I love Hoshi in this.
I'm
Yeah.
giving you the chance to experience something you've searched for your entire life. It's the reason you study languages, to make unique connections with people. I don't need you to help me with that. Then why do you feel so isolated? You live on a ship filled with your own people, yet there are many times when you feel alone. Stay with me. I'll teach you the ways of sharing thoughts and emotions no human can.
Do we think this guy even can find the Zindi or whatever? Like,
No,
I
he's
feel like
fucking-
it's a
this
lie.
is just
Like,
a-
I don't think he's doing anything. I think this guy is completely full of shit and just manipulating her. And honestly, like, I understand that for the episode to work, for the plot to work, they have to find a way to get Hoshi to be there with him alone. But I also just don't believe Hoshi would have gone. And I think that Archer would not have let her.
Yeah, it doesn't make it's really there's.
He then says, I'm sorry, I know this must be overwhelming. Think about what I've said. You're going to have a great deal of time. Back on the Enterprise.
That's a red flag right there. What do you mean a whole lot of time?
Back on the Enterprise, Archer and Trip are in a shuttle pod. They fly around a bit. They have some trouble finding the sphere, but
the
using...
shuttle pod looks exactly the same.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just
Okay.
there's no difference with the Trillium D coating. With DePaul's help, they're buffing around with all the stuff that's going on.
Right.
And eventually they find the sphere, which, as you might remember, has a cloaking field. Sorry. Something goes wrong, and there's some crackling in the pod. They find the sphere, but Trip has bad news. The sensor relays were damaged. So the whole purpose of this is they need to go to the sphere and scan it for reasons. The sensor relays are damaged. Archer asks, how much time do you need? And Trip says, not long, but we have to go back to the Enterprise. I need to open the circuit housings on the undercarriage. There's no way to get to them from the inside. So rather than fly back to the ship, Archer decides they can make repairs
in the sphere
after they land on the sphere.
I mean, that honestly kind of makes sense. Like, the sphere is right there.
Yeah, otherwise you have to risk going back and then going back again.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to just go. That's what I was about to be like, no, don't go back to Enterprise, just go on the sphere.
Right.
We are on the sphere on the outside. Trip and Archer are in EV suits. Trip is working on a panel, and Archer says, I'll have a look around.
Like, I had thought they were going to go in the sphere to, like, the area with atmosphere, like in the last sphere, but okay.
Nope, they are on the outside of the sphere, and Trip is working on the shuttle pod, and Archer is just sort of wandering about, I guess. As Trip is working, there is a flash and a pop, and the shuttle pod takes off!
Oh my god. This is also real bad.
Extremely bad. The port thruster activates and is causing it to slowly tumble away.
Oh my god, wait, oh my god, are they going to turn off, like, the magnet boots and then, like jump and try to, like, get to it or something?
It's just sort of, so what is happening is that this thruster, this sort of like seat is just slowly puffing, and the shuttle pod is, so they're estimating it's going to be a long time before the Enterprise realizes that, figures out that we're not coming back.
Oh, Lord.
Archer competently sizes up the problem. Can we launch without the port thruster?
Maria, like, the look on your face, like,
Exactly.
like, what?
I don't understand this Archer competence. Archer being competent, Malcolm being cool. What is happening?
Archer says, can we launch without a port thruster? And the two of them take out their phase pistols and start firing at the shuttle pod.
Okay, sure.
Archer gets a lucky hit on the malfunctioning thruster, and it deactivates, and the shuttle pod slowly falls back to the sphere, where it rolls along to a stop right in front of them.
Okay, this is fun, though. Like, I love
fun.
some, like, fun, like, gravity effects and stuff.
Yeah,
Captain
does the science
Starlog.
work on that, though? Like, if it's going, shouldn't it still keep going?
Well, it has a gravity
No,
field.
yeah, because the sphere has gravity.
Got it.
Anyway, that's what happens.
All right.
Captain Starlog Supplemental. While T'Pol analyzes the data from the sphere, we set a course to pick up Ensign Sato and find out if she's learned anything about the Xindi.
So they're just leaving, like, the they're going to go pick up Hoshi and then come back to get the shuttle with Archer?
No, they got all the
finished,
stuff.
They did their sensor
they're already
analysis
back.
of the sphere.
Okay, sorry, I don't know how I missed that.
They just
they're already back.
The sphere was a B plot. They finished it. They're heading back to get Hoshi. We are in Hoshi's bedroom in the castle. Tarquin says, mind if I come in? I won't be long. I just heard from your captain. Enterprise will be here in a few minutes.
Is she still wearing that weird slip dress?
No, I think she's back in. I don't
Uniform?
actually remember. I think she's back in her uniform, but I'm not exactly sure. I just heard from your captain. Enterprise will be here in a few minutes. I have learned a great deal about the Xindi weapon. I'm sure he'll find the information useful. Hoshi thanks him. And he says, have you given any more thought to my offer? And Hoshi says, I can't stay here. You know that. And he says,
like, this guy, even if it turns out like he's just a nice dude or whatever, the fact that he's like, I'll help you, but only if Hoshi stays here. And clearly it had nothing to do with it. Like, there was not actually a reason that Hoshi needed to be there.
this dude is like a spider. Like he is he's like sends out these little telepathic tendrils for women to show up, and then they show up, and I'm honestly surprised that he's letting her leave.
Well, I guess we'll get to that. Yeah. We don't know that.
Or she's claiming that he's going to let her leave. So
Hoshi says, I can't stay, you know that. Right. And he says, I understand. I was foolish to think it was even a possibility.
Yeah, and also just the way he was like, you're special. Mm-mm. Like, I can't
special,
do this
like
with
all
anyone.
Of these other gravestone ladies.
But you are special.
Hoshi says, the next time you invite someone for a visit, you might want to let them know you're looking for a lifelong companion. And she says, I won't forget. Please keep the book as a reminder of your time here.
No, don't keep the book.
Don't keep anything. Burn it. I'm not a big burner.
Don't take anything that this man has given you.
This lost civilization.
I don't trust this man.
No, I don't trust it. There's some shit in that book that's going to fuck with her.
What Hoshi actually says is, I was hoping you'd say that. I'm nearly done, and I'm anxious to see how it ends. And Tarquin says, after I've briefed Captain Archer, I'll send him to you. It was a privilege knowing you.
I wonder if this book is actually like from his society and the stories and then somehow it's gonna like end with like, and then he like brings the women here and murders them or something like.
All right. So this is going to be a big block. So this is a big block of dialogue.
Okay.
Please feel free to vocally react, but please don't interrupt me as I get through this.
Okay.
Archer enters, and he tells her, if it's any consolation, your time here was well spent. We've learned a lot about the Zindi, and more than I expected, and he's offered to keep supplying us with information as long as we're in range, thanks to you. She says, I'm glad I could help. There is one condition. He wants you to stay with him while he continues his work.
No.
Hoshi says, I assume you told him that wouldn't be possible. I won't order you to do this, Hoshi, but it may be our best chance of finding the weapon before it's too late.
Archer, with any luck, this is what I expected from Archer. I'm sorry.
With any luck, it'll only be a few weeks, maybe a month. We'd come back for you as soon as the mission's over. I don't need to tell you what's at stake, Ensign.
Are you kidding me?
Hoshi says... Hoshi capitulates and says, I'll go back to my quarters and pick up a few things. Thank you, Hoshi. There's no reason for you to leave. Just give me a list of what you need and I'll have it sent back down.
It's not Archer.
This is not Archer.
Brief my replacement on the Universal Translator upgrades. We'll take care of it. Don't worry. At least give me a chance to say goodbye to the crew. I wish there was time. It won't take long, sir. I might not see my friends again. I'm sure Travis will understand. Travis, and the others. They realize how important this is. I was just thinking about Travis. You're a regular mind reader. Back on the Enterprise, they're trying to communicate with Hoshi when all the electronic systems start shutting down.
Yeah, this guy. This is so gross.
Hoshi says, nice try. What were you planning to tell my captain when he got back? Were you going to appear as me and beg him to let me stay? No, you can't do that, can you? I'm the only one on board you can play your tricks with.
Huh.
Tarquin says, Enterprise has already returned. Their fate is in your hands.
Do we know why he can't do it with anyone else? Because
she's special. She has a special mind.
She has an old soul. I can't let you leave, Hoshi. I've waited too long to find you. No. What's happened to Enterprise? If you agree to stay, they won't be harmed. They'll be free to leave orbit. There's no power.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, but sorry, she should never have been there. Like, this was obvious from the beginning. Yeah. Like, this guy was trouble.
Yep.
There's no power on your vessel, and there won't be until you agree to remain with me. So you'll kill over 80 people to keep me? I don't want to kill anyone. That's why it's essential that you stay with me. And suddenly, Hoshi grabs the magic crystal.
Nice, Hoshi.
Go, Hoshi.
Now, undo whatever you've done to my ship, or you will never contact anyone again with this thing. And he says, that's an empty threat, Hoshi. As long as you're with me, I don't need to contact anyone. And she counters with, as long as I'm with you, another 60 or 70 years, and then what? And she holds the crystal ready to drop it. What are you going to do with grave number 5 out there? Without this, you'll never find another companion. You will be alone for the rest of your life.
Damn.
Power comes
Sorry,
back
fuck
on.
this guy.
Yeah, fuck
This
that
guy
guy.
sucks.
She should take the
Power-
crystal regardless.
Back on the Enterprise. Power comes back on, calms her up, and Hoshi says, "Can you get me the fuck out of here?"
Fucking transport me. It's fine.
Yeah, transport me and destroy the crystal before he can stop. Because he's just going to do this to somebody else.
We get a second Captain Starlog. Ensign Sato has returned to the Enterprise, but without any new information on the Xindi.
So he didn't give them anything. I don't think he even had anything.
I'm hoping T'Pol's analysis of the second sphere will bring better news. In the command center, T'Pol is puzzled. The data from the second sphere doesn't line up with what they know about the anomalies.
There's a third sphere.
Locations are being influenced by more than 2 gravimetric sources. Is there a third sphere? No. More than 3. T'Pol estimates there have to be about 50.
Oh shit!
Whoa. I mean, so when you were going to say that, I was like, yes, we know, because it's this Bermuda pyramid. There's got to be 3, but 50.
50 is a lot. It's a whole network.
Archer
of
says 50 man-made spheres, each one the size of a small moon.
Man-made, but sure.
Oh, well, they're not naturally occurring. They're very
yeah, but they're not
by
made
men.
by humans.
Okay, fine.
It's sentient,
Humans.
but there is no other.
Yeah, I get that there's like
word.
not really a better
Sentient
word.
made.
T'Pol says each one generating massive amounts of gravimetric energy. And Archer says, did it ever occur to you that whoever built these things might have done it to create the expanse? And T'Pol says, why would someone want to create
Well, yeah, that
a web
seems
of
really
crippling
obvious.
anomalies?
It seems really obvious at this point. Seems obvious that the expanse is being created from this.
We are in Hoshi's quarters on the Enterprise. She's finishing the book, and hey, Tarquin appears.
This fucking
He asks
guy.
her- He says, did you enjoy the ending? And Hoshi says, you can't do this. I don't want you watching me. And he says, this is the last time, I promise. I've brought you the information to give to your captain. He says, why now? You're on a dangerous mission. I don't want to see you harmed. Who knows? You may change your mind about me someday. Archer's ready room.
Okay, I just want to say I'm so glad that happened, because I was like, this fucking sucks for Hoshi that she's the one who was like, I'm gonna go do this dangerous thing. Like, I believe you really, and then for her to go through this and not to get anything out of it would have really sucked.
We are in Archer's ready room. She comes in with a pad, and Archer says, I thought I told you to get some rest. And she says,
Sorry, everybody's always fucking telling Hoshi to get rest.
Drink!
After what she's been going through, like, telling her to take it. Anyway,
But like, I can see Hoshi coming back and just like wanting to get back into her work and stuff.
she explains that Tarquin appeared in her quarters, and he said, I was afraid that would happen. And Hoshi says, he gave me these coordinates. For what? A Xindi colony. He said they're building a part of the weapon there. End of episode.
Dun dun dun. I'm so glad that like Hoshi's thing did get something really useful, because like I just feel like it would have just sucked for all this, and the way that she pushed it to happen. If right. So okay, well,
yeah, at least she didn't hallucinate this whole thing.
Episode thoughts, overall impressions. I'm going to move that to a later section. 2 truths and a lie. Malcolm did not trap Hoshi on a planet. That was actually an alien that acted exactly like Malcolm from the first 2 seasons of the show. No Porthos in this episode.
Wait, sorry, what were the 2 truths? I just can't remember. There was the one with the shuttle, but what was the other one?
Shuttle pod, and then the anomalies get interesting, which I was reading like, that seems very objective, like, not objective.
I like this idea that, like...
Subjective,
yes.
Yeah, I found it interesting. Like they sort of, they actually explain the
yeah,
the
like
whole,
that we
come up with
actually
a
like learned
thesis
something about anomalies.
And they,
Yeah.
and are they pretty much confident that it's causing it, or that's just still a theory? They're not.
When you watch it, it
You'll
will.
see. Okay.
It'll make
Yeah,
a
it
sort of
seems
sense when you watch
like the math works if it's controlling. If
Right.
if the spheres are controlling it, the math seems
Right.
to work or whatever. And also it gets so much worse when they get close.
But it
to
also
the spheres.
creates a more interesting mystery of like, okay, if there are 50 of these that
Yeah.
are creating these anomalies,
Yeah,
what was
and like
what is the
who
purpose
created
of them?
them,
Built them,
and
right.
why, and how can you shut them down?
All right. So we're going to move into the saucy section. How sexy was this episode? From Denise Crosby as Sela to Denise Crosby on Red Shoe Diaries. Not sexy.
Sorry, I'm like,
So-
I don't know. I have heard of Red Shoe Diaries, but I have never seen it.
So this whole, the main plot of this is Beauty and the Beast, but it does not, this is dramatically inert because Hoshi never seems tempted by this, which is the whole thing about, that's the whole drama of Beauty and the Beast,
Right.
which is
Yeah,
this horrifying creature is actually, damn it.
yeah. Instead, he's just so creepy. I could
Yeah.
see a version if he actually like was giving her things that she would really like. If he'd set up
Exactly.
a lab for her where she could do her language stuff, or like had
A
like
library. I mean,
yeah, like
in Beauty and the Beast, the Disney, the whole
yeah,
library.
the
like, is this whole
library.
thing.
Like, give her things. Like, if it wasn't just him being like, "You're here now, and now
Yeah.
you're going to be here forever." If
So-
it was him like trying to give her things to make her want to be there.
The whole drama of Beauty and the Beast is he looks scary, and you find out that he is tortured, and he is. Wait until you guys watch this episode because I was putting some spin on it. This guy never comes off as anything other than a lonely creep. You guys
Yeah,
are going to be
like-
so angry when you watch this
that was
episode.
that you have done a good
Yeah,
job of
sure.
explaining that, because from my perspective, that
Wait
dude's
until you
a
watch
creep.
this.
Which is honestly like so much scarier.
Yes.
Like it's just like Maria was like,
But-
"What's this incel bullshit?" And that's like this is totally like manosphere alien dude
Absolutely
that is like
art of the deal
trapping a
bullshit.
woman there because
But-
he believes that he just like deserves it.
But the whole thing about Hoshi, like, I understand you, like, none of this plays into what we know about Hoshi. It's her loneliness on the ship seems to come out of nowhere, and the actor, and I'm sure, again, no shade on any of the actors on this show. I'm sure he was intended to play this as a whiny creepo, but this does not work as drama. Okay. Okay.
I'm surprised they didn't have one scene of him as human, like her about to kiss him or something, or like him like seducing her.
Yeah, there are many other ways that this could have been played in a. Again, not to go back to this episode, which I think Maria and I have a weird affection for, the Candle Ghost episode. But it was like,
just Maria and you.
well,
You're not including me in that?
do you enjoy that episode? I'm so happy
yeah,
if you do.
I gave my whole. I told my
she's
whole
been
Candle
waiting
Ghost
for it.
story.
Fantastic. But I'm just saying that at the end of that episode, it was also like, yeah, there was a good part of this too. Like,
I'm sorry, that was
Anyway.
like the best episode of TNG. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
fair enough.
Okay.
Name one other
get
episode that had
Jamie-
that many
Jamie-
orgasms. Okay.
Okay.
Well, there's our next podcast, is us watching that episode of TNG over and over again every week and analyzing different aspects of it. But you guys are going to be much angrier about this when you actually see how this guy plays this role.
Ugh.
Never asked, never answered for something on the episode that made no sense and was never explained. Tarquin's powers are extremely unexplained. He's telepathic, but only with Hoshi.
But only with Hoshi.
So maybe he's telepathic with the rest of his race, and they stuck this fucker
I mean,
on the planet.
yeah, they did put him 20 light years away.
But also,
Which is so far. That is so far away. They didn't just like exile him like 4 light years. They were
didn't
like,
kill
no,
him. They
you
put
need
him on
to
a planet
go
very far away.
So far.
also, he apparently has the power to shut down power on the Enterprise. Also,
Yeah, that's confusing.
question number 2, why doesn't he ask the Enterprise to take him somewhere else?
Yeah, seriously, why does he
I mean,
ask
at this
her-
point,
ask
they would
to go
absolutely
with
not
them?
do it.
Well, no, Hoshi would be like,
I mean, that's condition
But
1.
he
Get
could have
me
done
off
that
this
from
planet.
the beginning. He
Yeah.
could have just been
Yeah.
like, hey, I'll tell you anything you want about the Zindi if you take me, like, anywhere else.
right.
Like, he didn't mention anything about, like, he can't leave the planet for some
Exactly.
reason.
There's no, like, they put a thing on him that if he leaves the planet, he will explode. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was- But no, he has to stay there. What the creepiest thing Phlox said in this episode, which is kind of a cheat, but when he was possessed, he was talking as the creepy guy and said, I've been watching you forever. And also, it's John Billingsley staring with that smile on his face,
Oh,
that
no!
Joker smile on his face.
Not the smile being back.
Yes, chef. Any mentions of chef? No chef, but Tarquin can create pizza from memory, which I think would actually be kind of
Was
amazing.
it a cheese pizza?
It was
Did
a
it
cheese
pepperoni?
pizza.
Okay.
You can look at the toppings. I don't remember but I think that would be kind of amazing if you had somebody who could be like. Do you remember that pizza that you had in school that you like?
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
can make it that way.
Yeah.
that would be kind of an amazing.
Oh my
thing
god.
if somebody could do.
The thing that I would get if somebody could like make a food is the Pinozzo's meatball sub. It was this Italian market near us that had what's the guy with the tips, the food guy,
The guy with
Guy
the tips.
Fieri?
Guy Fieri did his show there, and then it got too popular,
Right.
and it was a market. And then, but people were going, and then there was nowhere to sit, and so it ended up, they tried to keep it going, but it was just, they had to like make it fancy and add stuff, and then eventually it just went out of business, and I still blame Guy Fieri, and I literally like dream about those meatballs.
Yeah.
Marie, do you have a dream food?
It would be probably my mom's samosas. I would I would have like, so they were so good. It was so good. Yeah. Pretty much anything my mom cooked, I would get them to replicate, please. Yes, please.
Where is HR? There's so much stuff here, obviously. Like, it's extremely weird because Archer actually steps up for Hoshi and says, you don't have to do this. And she's
Amazing.
like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
obviously
fake
the guy
Archer would have been a big where is HR concern.
Yeah,
but
it took us so long to realize that was fake Archer, because I was like, and what's funny, when you started doing
like,
fake Archer, I was like,
feels more
oh,
like
this is our Archer, the Archer's back, the Archer that we know and love is back. It felt more like real Archer than real Archer was this episode.
Ball Watch 2026. Balls are sighted.
Marco! Any mentions of water polo? The water polo ball flattens
Yay.
against the wall.
Nice.
Ball Watch 2026.
And now we move into Will's Hollow Rex. This is
shit.
a segment of our show we like to call Will's Hollow Rex, brought to you by Eric TM, where we each give our recommendations for non-Enterprise related content we have been consuming in our holodecks this week. Jamie, what is your recommendation?
Okay, so I'm currently watching Mythic Quest, which I know was like very popular for a while, and I just never got into it. Eric had watched it on his own,
Great
but
stuff.
then just recently, we watched this show, The Franchise, which is like which is also quite good. It's like, but it only went 8 episodes and it was canceled. It's like a bunch of people making like a big superhero movie. It's a comedy. It has Richard E. Grant.
I've seen
it was
it.
very funny.
Yeah.
But when it was only 8 episodes, and then Eric was like, you know what is kind of has a similar feel to this. And he's like, Mythic Quest. So we just started watching. We just finished the first season, and it's a bunch of people making a video game, like a World of Warcraft like game, and just, it's a comedy, so just everybody's weird and has strange personalities, but it also has a heart at the center, and it's nice. So far, I've been really enjoying it.
It's a great show, and I used to work for a video game studio, so it's particularly amusing to me. I will also say, you probably haven't gotten to it yet, but the pandemic episode they did was Probably
That we just watched that.
It's one of the best things I've ever seen. It was so good. It was just so good.
Maria, what is your recommendation?
My recommendation is for a TV show called High Potential. It stars Caitlin Olsen. It's actually like a remake of a German show, which I attempted to watch, and the German show is awful. Mostly because it's dubbed, and it's really poorly dubbed, and it's kind of annoying. But this is wonderful, and the concept is this woman who has basically a perfect memory and also just is very good at puzzles and understands things and just sees things. She just has a super high IQ, but because of that, she's just kind of an asshole to everybody. So she can't hold down a job. She is a cleaning lady she's a cleaning lady in a police station, looks at a murder board basically and solves the crime, moves stuff around and solves the crime. And then they bring her on as a consultant. It's adorable.
I love a murder board.
It's a really fun show. And there's a sort of an ongoing arc because her husband disappeared many years ago and she's trying to figure out what happened there. So, High Potential. Very nice.
I like that we both recommended TV shows that have like Always Sunny connections.
Yeah, exactly.
My recommendation is for a set of audiobooks based on a TV show that were turned into books. It is Rumpole of the Bailey, written by John Mortimer, which was started. I just chanced on this while I was looking for something to listen to while I was working. It is about a barrister in England. He is a bit of a rascal. He refers to himself in the third person. It's absolutely fascinating. It starts in the 60s. The guy was writing it up until the 90s when he unfortunately died. He absolutely loves being in court and defending criminals, but it's very faintly camp. So he refers to people by their nicknames, as Soapy Sam is one of his fellow lawyers. He cannot stand the judges that he has to work for. He knows that the people he is defending are criminals, but he just loves keeping people out of jail. I went into this absolutely blind, and I am completely obsessed with this. So the Rumpole of the Bailey audiobooks, written by John Mortimer.
I remember watching that show when I was a kid, but I don't remember enjoying it because I was a kid, probably. It was probably one of my parents was watching it, but I do remember it very clearly.
I cannot imagine watching this as an actual TV show because the books, which were adapted by the guy who wrote the TV show, so much of it is in his head, him talking about, So.
Cool.
And that's the episode. Thanks for listening. Next week, we'll revisit this episode as a second contact, and we'll hear Maria and Jamie's episodes, and I'm sure they will have completely demolished my take on this and defend Tarquin as a completely great guy.
Somehow I feel like that is not going to happen.
Oh, it's going to get worse. What? It's going to get worse. Wait until you meet this asshole.
I mean, maybe he's just a nice guy. Nice guy. It's really hard for nice guys to catch
a break. He's just lonely, Bill.
He's just lonely.
He deserves a woman. Why can't Hoshi see that?
Oh, boy.
We are going to be on the Hoshi should be a trad wife side of this.
And after that, the next mainline episode, Maria will be telling us about The Shipment.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, and I just want to say we have a special guest scheduled for that episode that I am so excited
Me too.
about.
I'm very, very excited for that. Cool.
Special thanks to our producer, K.O. Myers at Particulate Media, to our friend David for the beautiful cover art, and to John Stephen King for being the voice of our computer. If you like this show, please rate, review, and subscribe on the podcast app of choice. And I'm just going to tell you, this is boilerplate, but please just do it. Just drag that rating up. Give us a rating.
I can't tell you how excited we get when we have a review.
Oh, it's so great.
I get so excited. Oh my god, somebody actually took the time to write something. Seriously, we would really appreciate it. We really do.
Yeah, somebody actually wrote a review 3 months ago, and we only just noticed it because we don't check it often because we only get one review a year or whatever. Where it's one thing to rate, you just have to click the stars, but in Apple you can actually write a whole review, and I was so excited that we got a new one.
And look, write a shitty review. Tell us you hate us, but as long as you're writing something, we're happy.
You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as @EnterpriseSplaining and on Blue Sky as @EnterpriseSplain. You can also email us any comments or questions such as, how many friendship coins does Tarquin need to push into Hoshi? To enterprisesplaining@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you telepathically from long distances away. And if you want to support this podcast financially, you can find us on Buy Me a Coffee as Enterprise Splaining. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Computer and program.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping for the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.